calls and the work. This bout is scheduled. Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. And a nice left hook. And he caught him with a left hook. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter punch. Lots of hype as they will fight into the night. We're outdoors for this big main event.
Now things have cooled down. Now the fans are heating it up again. They've been excited, waiting for this. How have they prepared for this, these fighters? This is going to be so hard, but so different.
Which fighter will say no mas? Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
An uppercut does not score. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. And now going for the finish. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like...
Here we go, it's round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nice counter shot. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Hook was off target. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. They exchange punches. The perfect counter lands. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Jake Paul and that. There's the bell for round three. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Can't connect with that right hook. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Whoa, Johnny, they're in trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot. Clear the...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. So much for defensive abilities. And Jake Paul will have to go to the canvas. He hit him with the perfect body shot, and there's no getting up from this one.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Talk about Jake Paul in that last round. Here we go to the 4th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. That uppercut just missed. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Can't find out. Did you see that? And we may see a stoppage here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
You're always looking for that. And Jake Paul goes down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
You saw it here live, a knock.
one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not textbook. Step to me, you get yourself messed up. Win or lose, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
About time too.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. So here comes Saul Alvarez, 173 centimeters tall, with a reach of 179. And up against him tonight, Joe Calzaghe. He weighed in at 75 kilos bang on. He's 183 centimeters tall. So here comes Saul Alvarez. Are we looking at Mexico's next great young star? Many believe we are. A lot of buzz surrounding this young star. It's no wonder they call him the pride of Wales, Joe Calzaghe, the two-weight world champion who was
This bout is scheduled.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
All what's left is for the first bell.
And that's the opening bell, round one. No rest for the weary. This fight has a real good flow to it. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting. Joe Calzaghe is on the canvas. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4. And we continue.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He should be behind on points until the last 10 seconds. But he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. So about Calzaghe in that last round. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating he has taken so far?
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Great work on Wolfgang. I love that jab slip.
You want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You're getting back into this.
Beautiful, that's it. Start sticking a few body shots in there. Ready to
Behind your jab basics.
The
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
This is a high-octane battle. He threw a punch and just got countered. There's a counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dominate shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Can't score with that hook again. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
That's happy. Good work out there, Nick.
Go back and win the round, right? It's only 1 round that you're
Missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't move back into the fight. Great.
Get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go out there. Just take the round off. Win the round when you jab and breathe when you're stepping around.
He's ready to go, but you've got to be smart. Otherwise, he'll see it.
Tougher fight, and he's going to be confident.
On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Good defense there on the left uppercut. The perfect counter lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them. And there's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? He parries away the left uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nice job blocking the hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. That belt. On to the fifth we go. Perfect counter lands. And the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Right hook catching air. Do you believe this? That counter shot lands. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. You don't want to trade shots. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow.
On to the 6th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about...
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. They get 1 minute between. Here we go. It's round 7. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at?
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Even I...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a...
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town.
ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm back.